We enjoyed our last breakfast in the Hotel Quito's beautiful restaurant, and then we headed over to our final destination in Ecuador. And this was a hotel that we picked because it was relatively close to the airport. It's a really cool gate.
Pretty medieval.
Yeah. We also picked this hotel because the architecture was very interesting and the landscaping on the grounds was very interesting. So we came to find out that the family that owns this property, the husband and wife, are actually both architects, and they designed most of the property themselves. These rooms were very interesting with exposed beams and exposed brick. It was a very spacious layout, but the bed was super comfortable. Another reason that we picked this property to stay at was because of the outdoor facilities. There's this very nice patio right on the main building, and you can choose to eat your meals inside or you can sit outside. And of course we love an outdoor sitting area, so we pretty much ate most of our meals outside. And the bonus was that there is a hummingbird feeder with lots of hummingbirds right next to the tables. Oh, Francois drinking out of the fountain. You're silly puppy. This is our lunch buddy. His name is Francois. Hello, Francois. He likes to snort.
He's old.
Yeah. I'd be a dog here.
Yeah.
Hang out on the patio all day. Francois's got the life. I think they said this is a guava seed. It's pretty good though. It's sweet. And you like eat the husk off of it. And then, ooh, spit out the seed.
It's just broken, that's all.
Oh. And I got soup. I don't know what kind. Some sort of soup. What'd you get? Oh, a sandwich.
Grilled sandwich, yeah.
Yeah. Our lunch friend is snoring. After lunch, we went to walk around the property. This was the other reason that we decided to stay here. This is a pretty big piece of property, and we figured for the end of our trip, we wanted to try to take it a little bit easy and just kind of unwind and soak in our last few days of being in Ecuador. We kind of learned from past trips that if we try to just overdo it and cram things into the last day, it makes the trip home a lot less enjoyable, and it makes going back to work a lot more difficult. So in the end, I think this was the best decision. We just got to hang out, enjoy good food, soak in the scenery, and that made our last day in Ecuador very memorable, and it made our trip home a lot more enjoyable. We're going to breakfast, and here's our welcoming crew. I don't know, is it Maya? Yeah, I think it's Maya. She's a little darker.
Welcome, breakfast. It's that way.
Have you come to scratch my belly? We probably have.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello, babies. Today's our last day in Ecuador, and we were originally going to go back into the city and kind of explore the old town a little bit, but we have to get up at 4?
3:30.
I'm going at 4. We have to get up at 4 in the morning because our flight's really early. So we kind of felt like just not running around today. And the hotel that we're staying at has really, really neat grounds. So we were at breakfast this morning, and the owner came over and he gave us this bag of carrots and the map of the property. And he showed us where the llamas are. So the carrots are for the llamas. So we're going to go and explore some of the hiking trails. There's, I don't really know what it is. It's like an Incan tunnel that they found when they were doing some of the building on the property. So we get to walk through that. Oh, we have to bring our headlamps so that we can actually see when we go in there. And then we can go feed the llamas and we can take the hiking trail down to the river. So that's kind of our plan for today. It's like perfect, beautiful weather. And we feel like we just need to like be outside and soak in the warmth and the nature before we go back to New Jersey in the morning. All right, so that's the plan for the day.
A lot of people get sick on vacation, obviously. One thing's from the water. So just to remind ourselves so we don't accidentally use the water to brush our teeth, which happens a lot. It's just your normal routine. We put like a towel or something over the faucet so we don't forget, hopefully.
Yeah, because it's so easy. It's like a habit. You don't even realize you're doing it, and the next thing you know, you brushed your teeth with the water. And the couple that we were traveling with in our group ended up getting really, really sick just from brushing their teeth with the water in, what was it, Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying to get in the habit of, we always do that. As soon as we get into the hotel room, we just wrap a towel around the faucet, and we usually have a bottle of water sitting right next to it, so that kind of reminds us. And it's worked pretty well. We haven't forgotten. And then the other thing we figured out is really super important, not to mess around with, is putting sunscreen on. Because the sun is so strong here. I mean, we got fried in like 15-20 minutes of being out in the sun, and it was cloudy that day. Yeah. So sunscreen all the time, everywhere. Ready? We're gonna go try and find the tunnel first. Okay. We were gonna go do the tunnel first, yep. But Francois came over and he wants to go see the llamas, I think. We were told that he will lead you to the llamas. So now we're just following him. It's pretty funny. We have a dog tour guide. There they go.
Legit tour guide.
I know. He knows exactly where he's going. Francois, which way do we go? He got distracted. It smells good. Come on. Come on, Snorter. We followed the trail around the back of the property, and Francois seemed like he knew where he was going, so we just kept following him. And then eventually we came to a small gate, and it shows it on the map that you need to go through the gate and then make sure you close the gate behind you, because then you're in the llama pasture. We went up to the top, and it's this really beautiful area, very green. We found the llamas. Uh-oh, I think they know we have carrots. Oh, they're running.
Just put them out?
Yeah, like stick one out. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. Stick it out. Yeah, there you go. Oh man. here's Francois. He found us.
Francois here?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
A little intimidating.
Yeah, they are. They run quick.
That's why I had to close the gate.
Yeah.
Just fed a Ecuadorian llama. Yeah. Oh. Oh, he's in the water. This one's not pretty shy. Watch the poop. Oh, more. Whoa. Holy cow. When you go through the gate on property, that's when you're actually in the pen. So you can just walk up, and they were in the back of the pen.
Now I came back up and we're getting ready to go into El Tunnel. It looks pretty long. Not really sure how long it is. So we have our headlamps on, but right next to the entrance to the tunnel here, there's like torches with candles in them. So if you don't have your headlamp, you can
Be a cool effect.
take that. Yeah, I kind of think we should take one just for the fun of it. How often are you going to go through a tunnel with a torch?
I was just thinking of trying to bring it back. Well, I guess you could put it out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Headlamps.
Yeah. Watch your step.
Goes deep.
Yeah.
My gosh.
It's deep. See how far this thing is?
I mean, on the map it looks like it's decently long.
Really?
Yeah. It goes down to that like lower portion. Like I said though, this thing has been here for thousands of years. Even if there's an earthquake, this might be the best place to be. Or if the volcano goes off. I would go in here. Gosh, it keeps going. Well, you know what? It's going down the mountain too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we come out on the lower part.
Just walk outside on the hill.
Yeah. We made it!
We made it! Yay. Pretty cool.
Oh wow, this is like a bigger room.
Yeah.
And there's more pottery.
For you claustrophobic people, it's not that long, so I wouldn't worry about it. Toilets?
I don't know. There were skulls in the other one. I think
Yeah.
it's like offerings or something.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's see where we come out. And we're stuck.
And you have to go back. Yeah, you have to go back.
Really?
Yeah.
It won't open?
No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we have to go back up. They deadbolted this and everything.
It's locked.
Back up.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Good thing we're not claustrophobic. We're like stuck in here.
I'm a little claustrophobic.
Are you?
Yeah. Didn't like the tunnels in Pennsylvania. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
The coal mine.
This is nice though, because you can stand up. It's like person sized.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Nice and cool. Oh man. The elevation's killer.
Yeah.
A little bit of stairs and I'm super winded.
Yeah.
And we're out. Recover?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty weedy.
Yeah. We'll leave it to us to get lost on a very small piece of property with limited hiking trails. We're not really sure. We hit the end of the property and now we're going back to see if we can find the trail that goes down to the water. But there's all these irrigation channels on the side of the mountain, which I'm wondering if maybe are from Incan times as well, because they're like carved into the rock. Okay, there's stairs. It's definitely a trail. What?
Over here.
You found it? See, there's the irrigation channel. And it's carved right into the rock there. Afternoon coffee time. And Francois, our hiking guide this morning, is all tuckered out. He was sitting underneath the table snoring while we were eating lunch.
Making me sleepy.
He's so funny. We sat on the patio for the afternoon and watched the hummingbirds and just enjoyed our coffee. And we talked about how this was definitely our favorite trip that we've taken so far. And we were so happy about this because we were really hesitant about doing travel with a group, but I think it couldn't have turned out better. We got to meet such great people and we were so impressed with the way that G Adventures organized the group, and the amount of things that they packed into the trip was pretty amazing. After a very early taxi ride to the Quito airport, we made it through the airport without any problems, and we boarded our plane. We were so surprised that our flight was leaving right at sunrise, and I think this was great timing because the sunrise over the Andes Mountains was absolutely beautiful to watch. We landed in Miami, and we almost missed our flight from Miami to Philadelphia because the lines for customs were so backed up. We actually had to speak to somebody and get pulled out of line before we missed our flight. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. But we made it onto our plane and headed back into Philadelphia. And of course, one of the things that we always do on the flight is talking about our next trip. And we decided that our next camping trip was going to be in West Virginia and maybe North Carolina.